Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another video, and today I'm going to be discussing Legends' probably biggest problem I feel that they have in the game, and that would be how the game literally just flies off of a cliff after like Anniversary Legends Festival. Those are like the two big events. I think everyone can agree that those are like the mamma jamma, the top dogs when it comes to this game. When you think of fun times in Dragon Ball Legends, you probably think of Legends Festival #1 because of how amazing Legends Festival was last year. And then Anniversary, and those are like the two big dogs that are for Dragon Ball Legends. And every other time, unless there's like a download celebration, like we had, I believe it was 60 million download celebration when we got Kaioken in like March. Besides like those, which are kind of random because it's based on people downloading the game is kind of like dead a lot of the time, I feel. But especially after Anniversary. Like I feel like it's a whole known thing that the game is going to have nothing to do after Anniversary, and it's been like that. So we have our August CC records here, which is from last month, since it's September now, because time marches forward, and we're in September now, and August was before. Hope I explained that beautifully for you all just learning about time. But this is a CC record for the month. Every CC you could have gotten in the month of August, broken down. You can see here u/Lugiani, hope I pronounced that right, over on Reddit. He actually has a list of like all of them, you know, October, September, you know, all the months you CC. So we're gonna go through a lot of them. I have a lot of them open just for example, but I'll put a link in that to the description if you want to go check them out yourself. But as you can see here, we got 17,000 CC just about from August, 15,000 if you had over 20,000 CC. Since if you didn't know, there's a thing in the game where if you have over 20,000 CC, so say you've been saving up your CC for, maybe you're a GT main, and GT, you know, hasn't gotten anything since they got like Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta. Did it come out after that? I don't know. It's been a very long time regardless. And so maybe you've been saving up your CC because you only summon for GT characters, and you have a lot of CC now, and you have more than 20,000. Well, if you have over 20,000, you can no longer collect CC from exchange shops. And that's what these golden stars symbolize that my cursor's going over. The golden stars symbolize things, CC you couldn't collect if you're over 20,000 because it's in the exchange shop. And you can't collect that because Legends doesn't want you to be able to save more CC. They want you to save less, so that way you have to spend money at some point because they think their demographic for the game is this. Wow, I have too much money. Damn it, what am I going to do with all this money? It's literally falling out of my pockets. Won't someone just please take some of this money? And then the Legends suit man. So anyway, that's how I imagine our target audience. That's how they imagine us. Too much money. We have too much money. We just want to give it away. And that would be to Legends. That's how they imagine things. And that's why they have rules like this. But why do I have the August 2022 CC when I'm talking about Legends dying after Anniversary? Well, it kind of helps illustrate it. I mean, if you've been playing the game, if you're still playing, because literally the amount of people I've seen since Anniversary ended say that they're quitting, they're done making content on the game, they don't want to play anymore, is like way higher than I feel like it's ever been, even after the other anniversaries. I've literally seen so many people, whether it be in comments on my YouTube channel, other people's YouTube channel, on Twitter, Reddit, Discord, whatever the heck it may be that you're reading, I've seen so many people say they're done, whether it be content creators for the game or just people who play the game and enjoy it. It's been crazy. Now, like, yes, no, Goresh and Ryuden haven't said they're stopping, so maybe you haven't noticed some of these content creators, because they're smaller ones, but there have been content creators that said, we're done. I don't want to make videos on the game anymore. And that's a shame. That's not great. But when we look at the, just kind of illustrate, so like, normally, it's not exact, but when you get less CC, it's normally because there's less events, although they've also seemed to be pulling CC out of events and just been giving like other stuff that isn't as good as CC. Because let's be honest, what you want to do most in this game is summon. That's most what you want to do in every gacha game is summon. Like, gameplay is important, but especially in Legends, where in PvP, you kind of need units at high stars, at least if you want to rank highly. That means you have to summon more, and that would mean you need more CC, and so if they give you less of it, then your enjoyment of the game drastically goes down, and that's not good. But we look at our June CC records, and this is, of course, Anniversary begins, you know, the beginning of June, essentially, end of May, beginning of June. Anniversary always does have more than, like, a normal month. You can see we got about 30,000, only about 27,000 if you had above 20k, so, I mean, most people are probably summoning during anniversary, especially, you know, June, MUI, and Super Saiyan 3. I feel like most people probably summoned at some point there. So that's a good amount of CC. A lot more than 17. Like double, nearly. July was also part of anniversary. Is like the second half where things are kind of dying down low. But we got about 21k, which is also, again, a higher number than 17 by like 4k. It's a good amount of CC right there. That's 4 multis. So that's a good amount. But yes, you can see it's decreasing. And you can also see this, I believe. Here, let's see. I have June from last year, about 27,500 CC. And then August, which is, again, like the end, because the anniversary kind of goes into July every time. August is like the first month post-anniversary when things are always super dead. And you can see we had about 18.3, which is, again, a lot less than 27.5. And then we also have it for 2020, which we've started to get more CC every month since second anniversary, obviously, since this was like 15,000 for June. And then August of that was like the same amount. So, but it didn't feel like that. If you were playing during second anniversary, you know just how little there was to do in the game, how boring it was. It was like a known thing that there was like nothing to do. The game was super dry. There are memes. I remember making memes in my videos of, you know, tumbleweeds flying across the screen just to highlight, you know, illustrate how dry the game is. Even though the CC amount is similar, there's more to do during anniversary than there was. But you can kind of, you know, read through the story missions and stuff. But yes, since then, you can see there's a problem every time. There's like nothing to do after anniversary. And the same kind of applies here. So we have, this is just February 2022. If I pull up December, this was Legends Festival here, December, this column here, 28.6. And then February after that, we're down to like 17. If I pull up January, if you know we want to get real nitty gritty about it, January is, again, big drop, as you can see, 28. It drops after the festivals is the point. And the game really seems, honestly, if you're thinking about it, super dry and not enjoyable, which is a very big problem. Because yes, obviously you're going to draw people in with anniversary and festival and them having normally super hyped characters. They normally have the hyped characters come out during these times, like fusions. They're super hyped characters. People love fusions. People love spending money on fusions. So people come to play and summon for the fusions. And then they like stop making events. They're just like, don't really want to make any events anymore. And then people quit the game. And now, yes, there are people who come back. There are people who just like play only Legends Festival and Anniversary and like don't play in between unless like an LF that is a character they really enjoy comes out. But there are a whole bunch of people who play and then never come back, or were playing and then just get bored of this cycle of having nothing to do and quit entirely, which is not good for the health of a game. You shouldn't have like most of the year, like I'd say maybe you could say 3 months of the year is actually like super fun content for like the month and a half of anniversary and like the month-ish, maybe month and a half of festival is fun. So like maybe 3 months of the year I'd say is like there's exciting things to do, and then the rest of the year is kind of just play PvP. Which, hey, I love PvP, and sure you know that if you've watched my channel. I mean, I can't play anymore because Legends was mean to me and stole my account away from me for something I didn't do, but, you know, that's a whole nother issue. But yes, Legends is not going down a good path, and then their changes made after this anniversary just kind of make that worse. If you didn't know, I don't even have it open here, but their changes, if I go to bookmarks here, let's go to bookmarks. This here, this is they changed how the AI works for PvE. No, shush, Frieza, you're too loud. They changed how the AI works for PvE, and so this is someone demonstrating how to kind of cheese the AI now in PvE, since they changed the other strategies of playing PvE. Now you basically just tackle. You can attack more than this guy is in between. Like, you don't have to do one attack every time. That's not ideal, but yeah, it's a lot more annoying now. And then also you add into that the fact that so many of the events nowadays are just like super boring because like let's think about the like big events that they have now for PvE. They have Gauntlet, which is just boring. You're just doing the same fight literally, well, assuming that you simulate the first 69 levels. You're doing the same fight like 30 times, and he just increases health every time. It doesn't like become more exciting in any real way. It just takes you more time, and that's dumb. It should, like, if they're gonna make game modes, they should be challenging to you, not challenging because it wastes your time. That's just a waste of time and really annoying, at least in my opinion. Then we have the full power battle, which I will say they've made slightly less awful, but it's still awful. It's still not a great time, but they did improve upon it, making it less of a horrible experience for you that doesn't make you want to rip your eyeballs out. Still not great. I still would rip out at least a eyeball, but not maybe both now anymore. And then they have the new thing where they're having this powerful opponent event kind of going on, although no one really seems to care about it, if I'm going to be honest, where they're handing out these free-to-play powerful opponents. Like, who cares about this metal cooler? Like, I'm just gonna be honest. This blue metal free-to-play metal cooler, most of the time with free-to-play units, they're like maybe they're like good for like the first little, week or two that they're out, and then they're like never used again. There are some exceptions to that, for sure. Like Yellow Trunks, the yellow free-to-play Trunks. He was pretty solid. People still run him. He can do some work. He's not the best, but he's not, like, horrible. But most free-to-play characters, like, are not good. Or they get replaced. Or, if they're Metal Cooler, the blue Metal Cooler, who's using him? Like, the blue Revival Frieza is a revival, and it's just better. He's just better than this Metal Cooler. So I really don't get the point of this Metal Cooler at all, besides, hey, it's something for you guys to do, right? Except I feel like no one cares about it, so no one wants to do it. That's another part. Just because you make a PvE event, if there's like no real worthy reward from it, why play it? Why play it? You have to balance it in making it fun and rewarding. If it's really fun, people will play it even if the reward's not great. And if the reward's really great, people will play it even if they want to rip their eyeballs out, like how they do with Gauntlet. The only reason I think anyone, besides like a less than 1% of people play Gauntlet. The 99.99% of people play Gauntlet just because they want the Z power reward. Otherwise, they would never touch that mode in their entire life because it sucks. The CC isn't even that great from it. Like, it's not good. Now they're making PvE events less enjoyable because the AI is now not going to fall for the same easy tricks that it was before that would make the ability to beat them easier, since they give these things like 10 quadrillion health for whatever reason they love to do. Then the PvE events themselves, I feel like, are getting less enjoyable than they were before. Like, just Try to Surpass Me before, that was a solid, fun time. Was it difficult? It could be. There were times it was a little tough, but it was fun. Like, it wasn't just me sitting playing the same thing over and over, hating my life. There's at least variance and difference. I know they're all the same fights. Like, you are just playing the same game effectively over and over and over in every fight. But, like, when you fight people in PvP, there's differences. I was about to say differentiancies. Whatever, don't judge me. There's differences between people. And so it makes it feel like it's not necessarily the same thing over and over. When, like, Just Try to Surpass Me, it wasn't just the same boss. Now he's got more health over and over. I don't get why they're getting rid of, like, good PvE events, and now they're also, like, taking CC away, as I explained, from PvE events, and PvP, too. The whole change with the PvP system for CC, you should not be able to get more CC in Group S than someone in Group Z, even if you rank higher in your Group S than they ranked in their Group Z, because Group Z is just it's above S, so everyone should be getting more CC there. I understand you want to give more to someone who ranked higher in the group. That's fine, but the group of Z in general should get more than the group of S, because Z is above S. Now, whoever ranks 1 in Z should get more than who ranks, like, 20th, but that's a different story. Yeah, I just don't get what they're doing here, and why they can't fix this problem of having nothing to do for, like, 90% of the time that the game exists. And then, the reason I had Libra's Twitter pulled up is because they add, like, this is an example of, like, stealing CC away. They bring LBR mode for powerful opponent. You can get 300 CC for participating in this thing, which is, like, nothing. Like, it's aight, but it's not like, oh, wow, that's fun. 300, that's just, like, an amount where it's like, okay, sure. It's not anything great. And then also for LBR mode, they took away, like, it's Legends Battle Royale, and I can't play it because I was banned, and that's a whole different thing. But I've seen people say that it's also not even actually LBR mode. So if you don't have the unit 14 stars, that sucks for you. You're just gonna get steamrolled by someone who does. And yeah, I don't get why they'd even bother putting this in. Like, I feel like LBR, like the last time it came out with the extreme one, it was already not that fun. I played it maybe like a handful of times, to be honest. Also, they limit it so you can only play during certain time periods during the day. The whole LBR mode is just a whole not fun. But this is an example to show the CC thing. How it seems like we're getting less CC. I know I said, where is second anniversary? They've increased CC totals that we're getting. Like, this is an anniversary CC total, and as you can see, it's really no different from like this month. And it's like, I think it's less. Yeah, it's like, that's May. It's July. What am I looking for? April here? Yeah, it's like the same amount as just like April, which is like a boring nothing month in Legends this, this most recent April. But now it seems like after giving us more CC, and people applauding that, as we should, because that's nice. We want more CC for free without having to just throw our endless bags of money that we all apparently seem to have at the game. And now it seems they're kind of reversing it. And we kind of saw this with how they're trying to become more like the whale-oriented, I suppose, with the first raid of Anniversary, which I'm sure you all remember if you were playing, that that was awful. That was truly sucked. It was like, if you didn't even have MUI 6 stars or above, you weren't even guaranteed raid medals. You could literally run the raid with MUI. Like, you could have MUI, run the raid, then, MUI, the new shiny unit they want you to summon for, run the raid, and then not get raid medals if he's under 6 stars. Who said that was a good idea? We yelled at them enough that they changed it, which is, I'm glad they changed it. I wouldn't be, like, surprised if they tried that style again of needing the new unit, like 6 stars and above, for, like, festival raid, because I'm sure we'll get raids for that. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to sneak it back in there. I don't think they will, but, like, if they did, I wouldn't be surprised, if that makes sense. I mean, they still had the raids now, where if you had more stars on the unit, you got more medals, and it seems like they've just kind of started to lean more back into wanting you to spend more money. And I feel like these recent changes have just made the game less enjoyable. They've been taking away CC, it seems. We'll see over the grand scheme of things. If the CC totals continue to remain, what they are, then mathematically they haven't been. But it feels like they are starting to take away CC. And so, yeah, having not fun events, making PvE... So first off, you make the event more boring, and then you make the AI harder to even do it. You start taking away CC, it seems. And having the game for like 9 months of the year be pretty boring, besides grinding PvP if you're a PvP grinder. That's not good, I feel, for the health of the game at all. Now, it is very hard to kill Dragon Ball games, because they're Dragon Ball, and people love Dragon Ball, so there's that. Dragon Ball Legends may never actually die until they just decide it's not worth it for them anymore. I mean, Dokkan's still going, but Dokkan, I'd say, is definitely, like, gone in a right direction, I feel. I don't play Dokkan, but from everything I've heard about Dokkan, it's gone in, like, a good direction, unlike Legends, which seems to go, like, forward, then backwards, then a little, then backwards, and then maybe a little, oh, no, we're going backwards again. Oh, we did something good? Yeah, let's go backwards again. That seems to be how Legends kind of likes to operate. And it seems they're going backwards again here, so we'll see. But they need to fix this. They need to have better, more enjoyable PvE events. Stop seeming... I don't get what they're doing with, like, the CC and all these things. I don't. Don't touch it. It makes people upset. Just don't. And, yeah, so let me know. What PvE events from the past would you like to see brought back that you enjoyed, had fun with? What's an idea for a PvE event that maybe we haven't had, but you've thought up of? Because I feel like what the players think up is always better than whatever these people actually put out. So I'd love to hear that in the comments down below. And, yeah, what do you think? What do you think Legends needs to do? Because it honestly feels like so many people are leaving at, like, a higher rate than they normally do. Because people do always leave after Anniversary and stuff. But, like, it feels like more people are leaving. And a lot of people I see are clinging on to hope that Legends Festival is going to be like how it was last year, which we'll see. Anniversary was apparently made them a bunch of money this year, even though we really didn't like it for most of it, to be honest. Like, at the start, People were saying the worst gacha anniversary ever, which is not what you want. It did improve, and I'd say the raid rewards shops were really good. But I don't know, man. If they mess up Legends Festival this year, people are gonna lose like their only hope in the game. So we'll see. But yeah, I just kind of make this like rant video, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't know. Just wanted to discuss it. I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below about the game, what you think they need to improve. If you think it can even die, because it is Dragon Ball, and you know Dragon Ball's Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's Dragon Ball. But that's gonna do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget the bell. Don't forget to go follow me over on Twitch for live streams. I'd love to see more of you in the chat, having good times. And yeah, hope y'all are staying happy and healthy, having a great day. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.